Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will try by title U.S. Cities Past in Prison. Dr. Charles Adrian, a political science professor at the University of California at Riverside, has made a 20-year study of the problems of American cities. The results are present in book called History of American City Government, 1775 to 1870. The problem of the nation's city pollution crime, riots, like planning and transportation are bad, but they were worse in the scale of old days. According to Dr. Charles Adrian, he gives pollution from automobile as one example. He agrees that it may be bad now, but he stated that there was a lot of pollution from horse and other animals in American cities in the 19th century. Most cities had their outflogged roads where cows and pigs were killed a century ago. They were carols about throwing out of the remains of the animals and that sort of thing, he said, and the sewer system for waste disposal was almost non-existent. Some of the problems that bother people living in cities during that people are still with us. For planning, problems in low-income neighborhoods, voice relation, and public transportation. Pollution was a very important problem for city governments in the story, particularly with regard to water supplies. Dr. Adrian said they had some idea that water could be polluted, but they didn't know how. Trying to get pure water was a big problem. People like to gold. People like to talk about the good old days, but actually, the cities of the 19th century were dirty and in many ways. Filter and today communicable disease was a great concern. There was still smallpox and also yellow fever, malaria, cholera, and typhoid. The infant death rate was high, and there were other dangers as well. It is true people were not being killed by cars. However, they often were killed or seriously injured by runaway horses. It was quite common, Dr. Adrian said. Crime was a great concern too, according to Dr. Yan. Mugging wasn't common then, he said, but it didn't exist. Pickpockets were very skilled, too, also from 1830 on. There were a lot of summary get riots. There wasn't just something from 1960. There were several causes, but basically it was because many people moved to cities from rural areas. Planning of city and their neighborhoods was controlled by land speculators and real estate developers who were only interested in making money. Finally, Dr. Adrian thinks the situation and problems facing American cities have not changed so much, and he suggests that we look back at the past and try to learn from it.